Hello everybody, I'm just gonna jump straight into this video like I did last time. You may or may not be thinking, what do you mean like last time? Well, this is kind of a part 2 to another video I made. Basically, in the other video, I put my characters in cute outfits I found on Pinterest. But right now, I'm trying to draw my channel's mascot, Pinkink, which is technically supposed to be me. But I remember I got a comment that someone really liked the other video I made, and that they would have loved to see me draw Pinkink in some cute outfit, so that's what I was trying to do here. A decent amount of people like the character design for Pinkink, which I'm like, really? To be honest, I don't really like drawing my mascot that much, which is kind of messed up. Which I'm not saying her character design is bad or anything, I don't know. I think I like drawing some of my other characters more. But basically all the sketches I was doing of Pinkink I was not satisfied with, so I decided to just scrap the whole thing. I'm like, you know what, all of these are whack. So I didn't end up drawing her here, but I will like later on in the video, so don't worry. But right now I'm just gonna move on to another drawing. So I had this idea that I thought was super cool. What if my characters cosplay as another existing character? Like, I should totally do that, which I totally did. So I just grabbed my two characters, Theo and Yvette, and made them cosplay as Blathers and Celeste from Animal Crossing, which my character Theo and Yvette are technically boyfriend and girlfriend, and I know Blathers and Celeste are like siblings, but it's a cosplay, okay? When I say cosplay, I don't want them to be like wearing a full-on beak and like being an owl. More of like a costume, like casual clothes inspired by the characters, kind of. So I took a lot of inspiration from this one for like Blathers' side. I don't know whether to refer to it as Blathers or my character Theo. It kind of hurts my brain to think about. And for Yvette/Celeste, I took inspiration from this one. I honestly debated on making the whole video themed around putting my characters like as cosplaying, kind of. But then I realized I didn't really want to do that. It was kind of just like a one-time idea thing that I thought was cool, and then I'm like, kind of want to draw other things, because I thought it'd be really cool if some of my characters played as like Mario and Luigi or something, but I didn't end up doing that. By the way, quick gist of my characters' personalities. So Theo right now, currently in the drawing, he's kind of like showing more emotion, but usually he's kind of like straight face and kind of doesn't express many emotions and doesn't really talk unless spoken to. And he's really smart and likes to play card games. And occasionally, if his friends kind of bother him enough, he would play some video games. And he works at a restaurant, and I'm thinking he's probably like the supervisor or the manager. Wait, is that the correct thing? I don't know. I've never like had a job before, even though technically I can. Anyways, so Yvette, I imagine that like her parents are like Asian or something, and that like Yvette lives in Canada or something. Oh yeah, Yvette and Theo don't live in the same place. Theo lives in Las Vegas and Yvette does not. But I imagine right now, like, Yvette took a flight over and they're hanging out, so yeah. I imagine whenever they're together, Theo becomes a bit more talkative, and then his friends kind of just look at him just like, when did you become a chatterbox? What the heck? Because I imagine that Theo is more reserved and he's kind of just keeps to himself, mostly because he kind of feels like if he talks too much, people won't like him. I'm not gonna go in like too deep on that, because I feel like that need like a separate video. But basically, Theo feels really comfortable around his girlfriend, which he should be. So I guess it's just two introverts that are together. Anyways, back to the drawing. I feel like I wasn't 100% sure how I felt about this drawing even when it was finished. Like, when it was done, I'm like, is it done? Like, I feel like I need to add something, but I'm not sure. I kind of wasn't feeling this drawing that much. I don't know, it didn't feel like a drawing that stands out. It's just like, oh, another drawing to go in my digital art files. I remember when I was making this art piece, I was going through that time again of not wanting to draw and getting frustrated, and quite literally throwing myself on the floor and rolling around, and my parents looking at me like I'm a psycho. But I forced myself to get over it and finish the drawing. So this here, I was just looking on Pinterest while drawing, because at the time I was actually at the library for like this event thing, but I didn't really want to do anything like participate, so I kind of just sat in the corner and just started drawing. And I actually drew my character that I haven't drawn before. Well, technically I have drawn him. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next drawing, because this drawing, the one I just did, is kind of relates to the next one. Basically, I drew this character named Carlo once, but I drew him in my chibi style. And with my chibi style, it doesn't consider the face shape or the nose or anything like that. So I kind of made up his character design as I went. This drawing was inspired by this outfit here because like Carlo, I imagined him to be wearing like those overalls, because Carlo here likes to spray paint outside, and I imagine that he would be wearing overalls and like getting paint all over them. Getting paint all over it. Grammar. Oh, and one thing I changed about his character design is that I made his eyes 2 different colors. I don't remember what it's called, like the scientific name of that, but yeah. But I just did the pose, and then just like on another layer, I decided to add like the details and stuff. Because lately I've been trying to mess around with my style just a tiny bit because I can. Okay, we're gonna talk about what I've been thinking recently for just a tiny bit because I think I did that in the last video. But basically, I was like looking on YouTube as one does, and I came across this YouTuber that they do like really cool animations, and like, oh, that's cool. And then I go on their like info page or bio page, I don't know what it's called, and they're 15. And I'm just like, no, wait, no, what? They must have not updated, like, their bio, because that's impossible. And they are 15. Like, I confirmed it, and I'm like, I'm 14, and I'm not that good. So then and there, my mind just exploded, and I'm like, I feel sad now. And then I realized, wait, I have a whole year to improve. All I need to do is just get better at animation because it is lacking. Like, I would say I'm good at art, but am I good at animation? You can be the judge of that. I feel like I just need to work on coloring because I don't color my animations really. Which I have a book that's dedicated to teaching animation, so I should probably continue reading that. So at first I was kind of like bummed out, like, man, they're better than me. And then I realized, wait, I could be better than them. I just need to work hard, do practice, and be great. So just so you know, this is not unhealthy. I'm not like crying in my bed at night or whatever, just being like, I'm not good enough. I'm fine, okay? I'm fine, okay? Okay, anyways, back to the drawing. I laid out the flat colors and decided to do some shading. Because I saw this art piece on Instagram and I was really inspired by how they just did the shading and I thought it was super cool, so I tried to imitate that just slightly, like, not copy it, but get inspired. But let me tell you just a tiny bit about my character Carlo. So Carlo is a 15-year-old boy that likes playing baseball. That was my brain thinking right there. And his best friend's Davis. And as I said earlier, Carlo loves to spray paint and do graffiti. And I imagine Carlo almost always has something in his mouth, like, you know, either drinking a juice box or has gum or a lollipop or maybe just chewing on a straw or something. I'm not really sure if Carlo is Hispanic or he's just been surrounded by Hispanic people or what, but yeah, basically Carlo knows Spanish. But I feel like giving his eyes 2 different colors was a really cool touch there. I don't like how I ended that sentence. But I just did a quick background and Carlo's done. Oh, and I put a layer of noise as well. So here I'm drawing my character Pinkink. You know, I think from like earlier I wasn't liking how the drawing was coming out because my character Pinkink isn't technically a character, which it kind of is, but like it's technically supposed to be me, so I feel like the personality is my personality, but I'm not really sure how to convey my personality in a character. So spoiler alert, I don't really like this drawing, how it came out. Like, it's fine, it's just, I don't know, something rubs me the wrong way about it. Oh, you know, I had an idea. What if I could draw like my character Pinkink and then me, like draw myself, how I look like in real life, and like do the difference between Pinkink and me, because I feel like my character Pinkink is supposed to be like the best version of myself kind of thing. Like Pinkink be like vibrant and like super colorful, and then me in real life just wearing black all the time. I feel like every time I draw Pinkink I try to make her not thick but like have hips, because I'm kind of like that in real life. I'm kind of thick. That feels so wrong to say. Oh, and I forgot, this is the outfit that I got inspired by to draw my character in. I feel like I don't really like this drawing. I don't know, Pinkink's face is too round, or I don't know. But anyways, I feel like Pinkink is all smiles and cheery, and then I'm over here being Mrs. Debbie Downer. Especially to my siblings, I'm sorry. But today I went to the library and I talked to this person that I've never met before, and I was very, I feel like, serious? I kind of just looked at them and talked in this tone. So, what's your name? Oh yeah, that's cool. So is this your first time to the library, or? See, I don't know. It is sometimes I feel like people can be different on the internet than they are in real life. Which how I act in videos, I do act in real life, just sometimes I don't. Oh, and changing the subject real quick. Pinkink's eye, she has like a pupil for some reason, which most of my characters don't have like a black like pupil in the middle for some reason. So maybe that's the thing that's throwing me off about Pinkink, you know what I mean? Anyways, these are the illustrations that I did in this drawing today, and to be honest, the drawing of Carlo is my favorite, and my character Pinkink, in my opinion, looks a little whack. I just called myself whack. Anyways, but what do you guys think about me drawing myself as how I look like in real life? Which I guess I technically did, but it was in a chibi form, so I don't know how I would draw my eyes though. My eyes are a bit complicated. But yeah, that's the end of this video, so goodbye. I'm recording this audio the next day of making this video, and I woke up not too long ago. I feel like I need to change this end card thing because my profile doesn't look like this anymore, and I'm actually working on it, but I haven't finished it yet because I like to procrastinate. Oh, and if you guys are wondering, I'm laying down in my bed right now. Yay! Okay, I don't think I have anything else to say.